What's really going on today? We're going to go about it a little differently here. I don't really have a script or ever had a script for these videos. I kind of just go with the flow, freestyle off the top. And today we're just going to go with the flow of things. We're going to look at some charts, some technical analysis. We're going to cover an article on Cointelegraph regarding a bullish adoption for cryptocurrency in Turkey. It would appear governments are getting involved still at these levels. If you like the video, be sure to drop a like on the video. It really helps the channel out a lot and lets me know you guys like what's going on. Be sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. We try to keep updates coming at you daily. Let me know a coin you'd like to see in the next video down in the comment section below as well. First, we're going to take a look at Cardano here, price action in search of the strongest area of support under the influence of bearish Robo advisors here. And so the key with having a strategy in trading here is to not be emotional on the up or down speculation, because we have technical parameters to wait for here to suggest our areas of accumulation and take profit. And so at the moment, based on my strategy, the horizontal support and resistance strategy here, we do have the most significant area of support for Cardano, the dreaded 34-cent level. Probably not ideal to be hearing. However, based on my strategy here, technically the strongest area of horizontal support is going to be that 34-cent level. We could very much experience a bounce along the way. We can consider 66 cents in addition to 84 cents as two levels that could give us some support here in any sort of continued downside. However, as I mentioned, 34 cents is our target here until further confirmations of support can present themselves, in addition to the return of bullish robo advisors here. So we will need these parameters to be met to allow for comfortable accumulation. In my opinion, the short-term downside and correction is still unfolding here, and further confirmations of this support down below are necessary. So we do have significant accumulation and buy pressure from Cardano from this horizontal level. We're currently trying to get back above $1.05 is going to be rather crucial here for us. That will determine how quickly or abruptly we may be heading toward that 34-cent level, awaiting an interaction with 84 cents. However, we always await for the confirmation. So we're awaiting robo advisors here and further parameters of support to be met for Cardano. Now, swapping over to Cointelegraph here, we can see an article titled "Turkish President Orders Ruling Party to Organize Metaverse Forum." So we have, Metaverse technology coming to Turkey here. So Turkish President and ruling AK party officials met to discuss the metaverse, with the president calling for comprehensive research on the subject. It's always nice to see, research being done on cryptocurrencies. We see a lot of, negative opinions change on crypto once the, user becomes more knowledgeable of the space and the technology, and they can have a more educated opinion on what they are, sharing their opinion on. At a meeting, party leaders were instructed to research the phenomenon with significant ramifications for the future. The economic aspects of the metaverse, cryptocurrencies, and social media are likely to be addressed at a forum that will be organized by the ruling party. So regulation is to be expected here when governing bodies get involved into crypto. Regulation can be very bullish here for us, because once entities can understand how to better regulate this asset class, we can have much stronger foundations and much larger entities getting involved in the space, because they will have a better idea on how to approach the technology. Regulations are very much key here in law-abiding financial entities. The Turkish government recently met in the Metaverse to discuss cryptocurrency legislation. Grand Nation Assembly of Turkey chairman said, "I believe that the Metaverse-based meetings would be improved expeditiously and become an essential part of our lives." While the Turkish government is open to blockchain technology, metaverse, and a state-issued digital currency, the president of Turkey is notorious for his harsh opposition to cryptocurrencies. Last year, during a public Q&A session, he declared war on cryptocurrencies, implying the country had no interest in adopting them. And here we are, after perhaps further knowledge acquired and the change of times, we have, the Turkish president looking to adopt cryptocurrencies here and the metaverse as well. So very bullish for crypto, very bullish for Bitcoin, in my opinion. I very much anticipate a smelly bottom approaching. We always await for the confirmations of support, however, but in my personal opinion, it is very hard to be bearish at these levels, even though we've been having such dramatic short-term downside here. I believe the space in the traditional finance world is very much in need of an update, and cryptocurrency does seem to fit that mold that it may require. Swapping over to the crypto spheres here, we can see a modest pullback and retracement fully anticipated. We were seeing a very bullish bounce off of support in our last previous videos here. However, now we do see the foreshadowed pullback and retracement here, continued interaction toward that support for further solidification. We can see continued gains for a handful of projects here. T-Fuel, if we look at T-Fuel on the technical chart, we can see prices are making their way toward the strongest area of horizontal support here. It would appear 9 cents is still going to be our target for any sort of continued downside until bullish robo advisors can return. We do see an interaction with a suggested range here from the wicks of some candles throughout 2021. We do have 16 cents in addition to 14 cents, a rather strange range we appear to be interacting with, and so support found from here can be a more bullish sign of a recovery. However, we just need further confirmations here. The hardest part of trading, once you know how to trade, is not trading. That is the key thing to master here, is waiting for the trade setups to come to you and not to be jumping in during random price action. It is key to have a risk to reward ratio, and so looking over at Decred, we have price action interacting with a horizontal area of support here. $56.60 would appear to be an area of support that we need further confirmations of. We do have some bullish robo advisors present. Technically, this buy for has remained ever since the 14th of January, where the moon printed as well. However, the hell suggestion has returned, so technically bullish parameters for accumulation have not been met, and we also would need further confirmation of support at this $56.60 level. And however, in my opinion, we are watching out for potentially continued interaction toward the strongest area of horizontal support here for this coin. $17, in my opinion, $17.50 is going to be the strongest area of support. We do anticipate continued interaction toward until confirmations of support can be found elsewhere and bullish robo advisors return. We do need 2 of our chosen 3 robo advisors to remain bullish here, similar to the buy for and moon combination. They have to remain bullish at support for us to consider comfortable accumulation. We have helium experiencing over 9% in gains. Prices are looking for an area of support here under the influence of bearish robo advisors. Support is present for us at the $23.65 level, currently interacting with resistance at what appears to be the $29 level here, $29.01, giving us a hard time at the moment. One support has been confirmed, that is daily candles continuing to open and close with wicks and bodies above $23.50, and 2 of our chosen 3 robo advisors were to become bullish. We can begin accumulation with anticipated interaction with resistance overhead at $44.79, which would be my short-term target here for any sort of upside once bullish parameters have been met. Technically, in any sort of continued downside here, and failure to hold that $23.65 level could send us to the next area of horizontal support at $18. So we always await for the confirmations. As we can see, the pullback towards support is still occurring here. We will anticipate a few more red days along this phase of sideways before we can anticipate the very bullish recovery, which I do suspect is pending here. We can see over the last 7 days, prices are still 30% down here, between 30 and 35%, better than the 40% that we were seeing previously. So the recovery is starting. However, we just need further interactions with this support that we are solidifying. And so we've been hearing a lot of talk of the metaverse and NFTs in the crypto space here. Coins and tokens. NFTs are another type of token. If we look on coin market cap, the top metaverse tokens by market capitalization, we can see there is almost $4 billion in Decentraland, $2.8 billion in Theta Network, about $3 billion as well in Axie Infinity. So there's lots of liquidity in a good handful of these projects. If we sort by volume, we can see which projects are more active. We can see Sandbox has a daily volume today of just over $1 billion. Decentraland trading at about $743 million today. And so I suspect continued adoption for these projects, and I suspect continued growth for them as well. Not all of them will take off, however, but the ones that do and the ones that can solidify themselves, remain active, and acquire capital will very much thrive in the upcoming future for finance here. I very much anticipate a broader global adoption for cryptocurrency, and we've been seeing a lot of governing bodies and significant players in the traditional world of finance getting involved in the NFT space. If we switch over to the collectibles and NFTs tokens by market capitalization on CoinMarketCap here, we can see some similarities to Decentraland, Theta Network, Axie Infinity, Sandbox, correlating with the the NFT movement here. Other projects as well that will differ from the Metaverse, however, are very much correlated. So we're looking out for continued gains in the Metaverse, in my opinion. So a very bullish time in the crypto sphere here, in my personal opinion. Bitcoin, we have continued sideways here, continued interaction toward this area of support. $34,655 per Bitcoin is going to need further solidification of support here. We have interactions with resistance overhead that we've been watching out for. $37,642 per Bitcoin. It has been resistance for some time now. We fell completely through this range, coming from that $40,000 level all the way down into this $30,000 range. Once we find support off of this $34,655 level, I do believe it is not impossible for us to recover rather dramatically back into the $40,000 range, perhaps trade sideways for a period of days up to a week, and then see ourselves returning to perhaps the underside of this descending trend line, correlating with resistance present at $48,500 per Bitcoin. I definitely suspect an interaction with that level here moving forward once we have solidified support, and in my opinion, Bitcoin is very, very close to the most bullish price to be acquiring Bitcoin. This fear zone here is going to be a very strong indicator of bullish areas of accumulation. In my opinion, we have price action ever since this entire year of sideways. 2021 has been rather sideways for Bitcoin. We've seen tremendous gains in the altcoin scene. However, Bitcoin has returned to where it came from back in January of 2021. We are trading at similar price levels, and so I do believe this is a very, very strong area of support. Heavy accumulation is occurring. We addressed that one wallet accumulating millions of dollars of Bitcoin by the hour. There is tremendous buy pressure down at this level, and we even have EngineeringRobo's fear zone here getting tighter to price action. The more sideways we can trade, the closer we can get to this fear zone. If we have an interaction similar to the March crash, if you will, this would be a very, very bullish time to be accumulating Bitcoin, with anticipation of interaction with the FOMO zone here. A $158,000 Bitcoin, in my opinion, is able to present itself before any sort of significant fundamental downside is to be considered. I personally find it very hard to be bearish on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency at these levels. This would be a very bullish time to be buying, in my opinion. But let me know down below your thoughts on crypto. Thank you for tuning in. Check out EngineeringRobo with the link in the description. Subscribe and tune in for the next one.